I'm going to rank the Pokemon generations. We'll add a row above for GOAT. And then we'll add a row below for haven't played. And we can rank all the games right now. I think this is a bit of a hot take. I think Oras is S tier, in my opinion. If I had to rank them, I would rank Oras in S tier. Because Omega Ruby is hands down the game I have the most time put into. I have the most time, like, single Pokemon game. I guess a more accurate way to rank it would be this. Single-handed, like, single Pokemon game, I have the highest playtime on Omega Ruby. It's like 350 some odd hours in Omega Ruby. Black 2 and White 2 I haven't played. A lot of these are probably going to go and haven't played. Pokemon Black and White I think are A tier. Pokemon Black and White was a fun experience for me because I own both copies. I own Black and I own White. I still own both copies to this day. I gave one of the copies, I want to say it was Pokemon Black, to my friend. And I stayed at his house for the weekend and we raced to see who could beat the game first. And that was a fun experience. Is that Pokemon Blue version? Red and Blue version? Honestly, I haven't played Blue. Pokemon Red version, I want to put Pokemon Red version. I think Pokemon Red version goes A tier, below Black and White. Because Pokemon Red version, like, it's kind of what started it, right? And I have played it. I have played Pokemon Red. It was fun. And it's what kickstarted it all in a way, you know? But it's definitely not an S tier game. I think even me putting it A tier is kind of a stretch. Because it's so bare bones. But I like how non-intrusive the story is. I haven't played Crystal, but I want to. Dude, fucking Pokemon Diamond. Dude, I've got an unspoken beef with Pokemon Diamond. Let me tell you. I've got this unspoken beef with Pokemon Diamond, and that beef is that I've owned it for 13 years. I have owned Pokemon Diamond for 13 years, and I have never beaten it. If I can find my DS right now, I'll show you. I'll even show you. I have the receipts. I got the 8th badge in this game? Anyways, here it is. 33 hours played, 8 badges, 123 Pokemon seen in my Pokedex. Now you're thinking, 8 badges, doesn't that mean you beat the game? Where am I right now? I'm actually on my way to the Pokemon League. I'm on my way to the Pokemon League. I haven't gotten there yet. You guys want to see my team? This is my team. Got King Carp, the Gyarados, Tamatoa, the Luxray, Infernape, the Infernape, Timburr, the Bibarel, Starleech, the Staraptor, and Garchomp, the Garchomp. So that's the current team I'm running. And I haven't played this game in a while either. Last time I played it was in July. It was July 11th was the last time I played it. My plan was to play it and beat it before BDSP came out. My plan was to play and beat Diamond before BDSP came out, and then play and beat BDSP. But then I never beat Diamond and never bought BDSP. Garchomp and Luxray, I think, are universally Gen 4 favorites. That being said, even though I've literally never fucking beaten the game, it's S tier. I love it. And I haven't restarted that save, so that's a plus. That's normally what I'll do, is I will be like, you know what? I'm finally going to beat Pokemon Diamond, restart whatever save file I have, hyperfixate on it for a week, and then never touch it again. Pokemon Emerald, I haven't played. Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green D tier. I can't beat a Nuzlocke in that game, and it makes me feel bad. Pokemon Gold version. Haven't played. This is the stream where we figure out I'm a fake Pokemon fan. This is the stream where we figure out that I claim to be a Pokemon game player, and I'm actually not. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think is B tier. Actually, I think I'll bump these up to C. What did I say that's controversial? Heart Gold, B tier. Heart Gold was really good. I never beat it. The only reason it's B tier is because it's the first Pokemon game I caught a shiny in. It was a shiny Caterpie. I don't even have to explain that one, really. I think Pokemon Sumo, I think, is good. But is it black and white good? No. It's not. Pokemon Sumo was the game I tracked religiously. I remember day before the release, the whole national dex got leaked. And I looked at that all day. You remember that happening? Do you remember when the day before Sun and Moon came out, the whole national dex was leaked, like all the pictures? I looked at that shit. I studied that shit. Pokemon Pearl, I'm going to assume is on par with Diamond. Platinum, I've never played, but I'm willing to accept is the best Gen 4 game. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, honestly, I think are D tier. I honestly think Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is terrible. Because I bought them both, I bought one of them. I think I bought Ultra Sun. Figured out it was cookie cutter the same game until you got to the end. And then it was something different, and I never picked it up again. I haven't played a lot of the old Pokemon games. I guess not a lot of. Gen 1, 2, and 3, I am super unexperienced. I just know a lot about Gen 1 because it's Gen 1. I feel like if you play Pokemon but can't tell me who Giovanni is, that's not fair. 2 and 3 specifically are really rough generations for me. Generation 2 specifically is a really rough generation for me. I would say I'm willing to concede on the fact that, like, I can accept I don't know a lot about, like I've played Omega Ruby for almost 400 hours. But if someone came to me and said that doesn't count as playing a Gen 3 game, I would agree. I would call Fire Red Leaf Green Gen 3 games. They're not Gen 1 games, they're Gen 3 games. I know everything I know from Hoenn is exclusively from Omega Ruby. Which I guess is kind of the goal of it, right? That's kind of the goal of the remakes, is to introduce a younger audience to older games. Maybe we'll do a series where I play one game from every generation of Pokemon. I'll play like OG. Like, I won't play like Fire Red, I'll play like Red. Which will be monochrome, but that's okay. And then I'll play Crystal, and then... So, like, maybe what we do is, like I'll play Red, and then Crystal, and then Emerald, and then Plat, and then... Maybe I play White too. And then I play Y, and then I play Moon, and then I play Sword. And we'll just go in order from top to bottom. I think maybe that's what we do. These seem to be the best, like the games that people prefer to play is Red, Crystal, Emerald, Plat, White 2, Y, Moon, and Sword. And that way I can say I've played a game from every generation of Pokemon. Ruby, Sapphire, haven't played them. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. I'll line Silver up here, and then I'll do that. X, I think, is S tier. Honestly, Pokemon Yellow, I like. I have the 3DS port, and I really liked it. It's A tier, though. It's not really S tier. I like Yveltal. I think I like Yveltal more than Xerneas. But when I bought Pokemon X, how old was I? Okay, so Pokemon X and Y came out October 12th, 2013. So I was 10. So Xerneas just looked cooler. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I bought X because... I don't think I got X because I thought Xerneas looked cooler. I think I got X because the GameStop I went to didn't have Y. And I just saw a Pokemon game. I would say Sword and Shield are probably S tier. I like them. That's a good bell curve, right? I guess it's a reverse bell curve. It's a parabola. I want to see it. So we'll add a row below, and we'll call this row dupe games. So like I'll put like Y down here. I'll put Sword down here. I'll put Pearl down here. I'll keep Plat as its own thing. I'll put like Black down here and like Leaf Green. These are all essentially the same game. Yeah, I think this is a better list. So I think D tier is solid. I think calling Ultra Sun and Let's Go D tier is okay, right? And then C tier Fire Red is fair. Heart Gold Moon B tier. Black, Red, and Yellow are all A tier. My S tier games are Omega Ruby, Diamond, Platinum, X, and Shield. Those are my 5 S tier games. Now, which game do I think is the best? That's a hard decision. I mean, Omega Ruby is my favorite. Pokemon X, it might be a bit of recency bias. Part of me wants to say Shield. I think Diamond and Platinum are out of the running. I don't think either of these are my greatest Pokemon game of all time. I think if you look at it objectively, probably Platinum. From my perspective, what is the greatest Pokemon game of all time? It comes down to the tale of old as time. What the heart wants versus what is new, what is fresh, what is exciting. Because here's the thing, I could choose Omega Ruby or I could choose Shield. I think it's down to these two. Here's the dilemma I'm facing. I like Shield because of its replayability. I think I'm on my 3rd run of Pokemon Shield right now. But it's hard to deny the amount of hours in Omega Ruby I have. So I think that is why. Revels exclusive Omega Ruby is the greatest Pokemon game of all time. Unpopular opinion. I think it's got to be. I think for me to put 400 hours into Omega Ruby and not call it my favorite game of all time would be insane. I think if we look at my Steam playlist, the only other game I have nearly that much time in is Ark. I've put an insane amount of hours into Ark as well, but that doesn't matter. Like, next is Rocket League with 91 hours. I think barring Ark, I've probably put more hours into Omega Ruby than my entire Steam library. Realistically, I think I have. So I think Omega Ruby is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I think that's the conclusion that we can safely say I've come to.